during tonight's game. Cheer for your team, not against the opponent. The use of foul or abusive language is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. The officials will call the game fairly. Please show them your respect. And now let's enjoy another great evening of FCIAC High School Playoff Soccer.
And good evening once again, everyone, and welcome to Christine Lilly Field for this second FCIAC Girls Soccer Semifinal on Fairfield Live. With Ben Talbot on the controls, I'm Rob Adams. Glad you're along with us for this second matchup tonight as the number 2 St. Joe's Cadets take on the 3-seeded Ridgefield Tigers, and they will meet the Staples Wreckers, who just put an absolute clinic on here in the first game tonight, beating the New Canaan Rams by the final score of 6-0. So we will get ready to meet these two teams, and as soon as we start hearing the introductions, we'll bring them to you right here as we settle in for this second matchup tonight.
I brought my jersey, so I'm wearing someone else's. I'm 11.
That means you can't play.
Make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
It's going to be cool from that the bottom right there. That leg back over. That leg, yeah. Yeah, you pull that forward.
Do you want,
We're going to be starting line.
go to go, guys.
All right, and away we go with everything all set here in our booth. We'll get started with the introductions of the starting lineups.
Ref, grab a ball. You're not ready for starting lineups.
Let's go.
The officials trying to get things going here. And again, outstanding performance by Staples. Let's listen to the introduction of the starting lineups.
And we'll begin with the number 3-seeded Ridgefield High School Tigers. Let's begin with number 1 junior Kelly Chittenden. Number 2 junior Eva McKinley. Number 3 senior captain Carolyn Donovan. Number 10 senior captain Meg Rosowski. Number 13, senior captain Caitlin Semenko. Number 14, junior Grace Mikulowski. Number 17, junior Natasha Reed. Number 21, senior Alexandra Kincaid. And number 23, sophomore Allison Ouellette. The head coach of the Tigers is Ian Irving. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the number 2-seeded St. Joseph High School Cadets. Let's begin with number 1 junior Grace Hickey. Number 3 junior Adriana Cabral. Number 4, freshman Julia Pike. Number 6, sophomore Caroline Sheehan. Number 7, junior Hannah Hodges. Number 8, sophomore Mary Lundgren. Number 11, junior captain Maddie Freed. Number 12, senior Ashley Collins. Number 16, sophomore Annie Stoop. Number 17, junior Anastasia Kaides. And number 23, senior Julia D. Cesare. And the coach of the cadets is Jack Rivera. and gentlemen of ask that you please rise and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
As the night gets chillier, the mercury dropping down to 47 to start this one. They are listing the real feel as 40. And I'll buy into that one. So will Ben. Each one of us headed to our respective cars, and I'm not going to lie, and I'm sorry to folks who love the environment. I ran the heater in between games and warmed right back up as best as I could. But the minute you come back out, it's like we're not ready for it just quite yet for the cold weather. And I did get a glance in between games at the forecast for later this week, and it's not promising, I'll tell you that. The coastline may just get rain, but anything in from the coastline may get 1 to 3 inches of snow. So if Local Live wants to set up something where I'm calling it from home on Thursday, I'm all in. In any event, we'll deal with this semifinal now between the Ridgefield Tigers and the St. Joe's Cadets. St. Joe's at 14-0-3, Ridgefield also at 14-0-3. This championship game will be Thursday night, 7 o'clock at Fairfield Ward. These teams met once during the year. That was October 18th, and St. Joe's and Ridgefield played to a 1-1 tie. St. Joe's beat Brian McMahon 1-0 in the quarterfinals, while Ridgefield knocked off the Darien Blue Wave 4-0. I mentioned the boys in the first game. They will play tomorrow over at Fairfield Ludlow. We'll see the 5th-seeded Wilton Warriors take on number 1 Fairfield Ward at 5 o'clock and number 6 Staples against number 2 Trumbull at 7 o'clock. That championship will be Thursday at 7 at Norwalk High School. St. Joe's in their maroon and gold, and Ridgefield in the white with the black numbers outlined in orange. You heard one change through our microphones. Caitlin Slaminko, the senior, does not have her number 11 uniform tonight. She is wearing number 13. So that is one thing to keep in mind as the night goes along. Not just bookkeeping. Certainly, if you're here, maybe you'll recognize that, but for descriptions, shouldn't matter a whole lot. Grace Hickey, the junior, down to our right. Kelly Chittenden, a junior as well, down to our left. And the winner has a date with the top-seeded Staples Wreckers. It'll start with the Cadets. Maddie Fried, a junior captain. One to the far side, and here come the Tigers. As we mentioned, they're in the white. They'll go from left to right. We told you, starting with temperatures in the 40s. It was supposed to be a colder night last night, but I'm not buying that. As this is blasted back across, and it will head toward that long stretch of grandstands. It doesn't go very high, only about 6 rows, but stretches quite a few yards. So you can certainly fit a few hundred people in this facility, and some choose to stand around the perimeter as well. I noticed quite a few people doing that in the first game. Played down the left side for the Tigers. Allison Ouellette is down there. I'll bounce harmlessly away. Ian Golding is the head coach of Ridgefield. Jack Noguera, the head coach of St. Joe's. No score into minute number 2. As it's played on the far side. On the throw-in. Little collision there as they thread it through. In this second FCAC semifinal. As the guys up here in the press box have sat down, I'm going to do the same just to see if we can all stay warm. That's how we're going to keep the blood flowing all night. Stand for a bit and then sit for a bit. So it goes. No complaining, it is November, after all, as it's on the far side. A brief moment, by the way, I chatted with Dave Rudin, of course, longtime writer and the man behind the Rudin Report. He lost his dad a while back and just had a chance to pass my condolences along to him. Taken by the Tigers, and they'll bring it across. They started the play with Faith Arnold, a junior, as it heads down the left side. No score, 3rd minute. Staying on the far side for the Tigers. Blasted toward the net. Ooh, just deflected away. As Hickey got a hand on it. So a corner kick coming out of the near corner, and that is Caitlin Slamenko.
Movement!
Folks were joking here that she would not be allowed to play because she had the wrong uniform number, but that, of course, is just a joke. Blasted right on and pushed aside by the Cadets. But Slamenko with speed collides, but does a nice job getting right back on the play, meeting up with Madigan Leifer. Played back by the Cadets now as they spin around. Hannah Hodges for St. Joe's. Left behind by Kites, gets it ahead. It goes to Mary Lundgren. Mary Lundgren, a sophomore. No score, 4th minute.
Attack it! Attack it!
You hear Jack Noguera coaching right out in front of us. Look down the left side. As we're into minute number 5.
Hey, you got nothing? Wait up. Eddie, wait with the head ball.
The wind does not help things chill-wise here tonight. Just makes things that much chillier. And you can hear it whipping around. Out of the south at 10, gusting to 14.
Pitch it a little bit more, Mike. Pitch it a little bit more. Hey, Caroline, Eddie. Hey, you're going to play long. So,
It'll be a throw-in from the sideline.
Hey, Caroline.
Popped up and bouncing to the near side. I'm getting told there used to be a wrap on this facility. It's one of these portable carts that you see at virtually every school. But it apparently got damaged. Such is life. We'll talk about the adventure. Left behind, they'll play it ahead. It's the Tigers on it. Just means we're all part of the experience with you here tonight. Tomorrow at Fairfield Ludlow, I'll be feeling differently. As it's threaded through, goes to the far side. 6th minute. No score. Down the left side it goes. Boys, as we said, we're supposed to play tonight. We told you that in the first game, but that changed. Here's a wheel and a fire down and held on to by Grace Hickey. St. Joe's, of course, out of Trumbull, if you're unfamiliar. Almost a collision there. Fortunately, everybody okay, but nearly a collision between Slaminko and Annie Stuk, the sophomore. So we climb into minute number 7 of the second FCAC semifinal. Here are the cadets trying to work it across with Maddie Fried. Junior captain, Fried turns around and sends it. Tigers are back there defensively. Working forward, it goes to Mary Lundrigan. I will work on that name all night, I promise you. And they'll blow the whistle.
Mary, all day! All day! Win it here! Win the ball here!
So Kelly Chittenden, junior, down to our left. And it'll be the Tigers to start it. Booted all the way out to midfield. St. Joe's able to reconnect and send it by Stuk down the right side. 7 and change gone. First half, no score. Wilton High School, as it's left behind on the right side. Turned over and taken away by Slaminko. Leaves it to her right for Faith Arnold, another junior for Ian Golding and these Tigers. Turned around and down the left side it goes, rolling toward the sideline. Chasing over, that will bounce out. No score in this second semi. St. Joe's blasting this. This will go up and over top of the net. That's Maddie Fried showing the big leg. Started deep in the Ridgefield end. I believe that's the junior Grace Michalowski. Sending all the way out. That pops up, bounces down. There were people looking for a ball and couldn't find it. All of a sudden it landed. Bounces again. Tigers surrounding it. McKinley and Kemp were both there. It'll stay with the cadets. Just about 9 minutes gone, first half, here at Christine Lilly Soccer Field.
Come on, challenge!
Lining up a free kick.
Come on!
Here's the approach. That's blasted down toward the net, bounces around, and able to get a hand on it was Chittenden, and we stay scoreless. Sends a quick outlet to the near side for the Tigers, and with speed they move forward. Natasha Rake down the right side, had it taken away from her, heads right back toward the sideline, and out it goes.
Come on!
So the Tigers will throw it in. That's Alexandra Kincaid. And it's the cadets. Collision out there. Andriana Cabral is out there for St. Joe's. No score, first half, just about 10 gone by. And they'll blow the whistle and turn it around.
Keep it going! Good! Good! Just keep an eye here. Just keep an eye here. Hey! Hey! Ash, just know where she is. Know she's there. Yep. Tidies, come back. Good.
Michalowski again. Makes the approach. Also saw FCAC Commissioner Dave Schultz between games, chatted with him for a bit. Always good to see him. He has just done a fine job. Now in, I believe, his third year as the commissioner. After John Kutso stepped aside. John, of course, had run the league for many years. His dad was involved in starting it. Ball bounces down. Played by the Cadets, or rather, beg your pardon, by the Tigers. To the near side it comes. Chasing on this near side is Rake. Down the right side she goes, getting tangled up with Ashley Collins, a senior. Blasted back and a header. Knocks it aside by Kincaid. To the other end it goes. Chasing with a head of steam. Down comes Maddie Fried. Fried tries to step in, 2 defenders around her. She sends it just a hair wide. Good ball movement, though, by the Cadets of St. Joe's. In the 12th minute with no score. Again, McLowski will start it.
Come on, win it! In the air!
Kept alive by St. Joe's. Rolls to the far side. Allison Ouellette over there, and out it goes. Ridgefield looking for a clear. Spin around. They go from left to right. Faith Arnold for the Tigers. Arnold with some nice footwork down that left side, but turned right back around by the Cadets of St. Joe's. They'll start back, feeding it ahead, trying to find Cadiz. It'll go to the sideline. Ooh, sprawling down and jumping right back up. That appears to be okay. I believe that was Carolyn Donovan. And she's fine, no worse for wear. Pop back up, and they'll blow a whistle near midfield. Turn it in favor of St. Joe's. Beg your pardon, it's going with Ridgefield from left to right. McLowski again. She drives it up into the Wilton Knight. And they'll blow the whistle and turn it once more.
Keep working. Keep working. All the way up, Heidi. All the way up, next to the center back. Right there, pinch.
Tuck in the middle, tuck in.
Here's the approach.
There we go. Get up.
A header from Charlotte Kemp. Nearly a turnover. St. Joe's will take it, but Kemp gets it back. Spins it down, and now it's turned for the Tigers. But sliding to get rid of it was Sheehan, Caroline Sheehan, for St. Joe's. Taken away by the Tigers, though. Looking to the left, they roll it through. Dangerous play, out it goes. That ball stays loose. An aggressive play by Grace Hickey, but it worked. And it goes to the other end. As the Tigers with the Cadets, and out on that side with Maddie Fried over there. 15 gone. Played there by the Cadets. Now the Tigers try to steal it away. For Ridgefield, Megan Klazowski there, senior. Rolled through again. Turning, here's Ridgefield. They'll play it with Klosowski. Sends it through. St. Joe's coming back. Lifted down the left side. Nearly a turnover. But corralled by the Tigers initially. Taken away. Here's Lundrigan. Down the right side with Fried.
That's okay, that's okay. That's okay.
You can hear Jack Noguera right near us, so he stays very aggressive. And kind of taking away our camera angle, in all honesty. So Ben is going to try to adjust a little bit.
Keep pressing.
Best I can do is have a sense of humor about it. Otherwise, I get mad.
Win it.
Back it goes.
Win it, Jay.
Everybody's doing a job, right? Played by Ridgefield. Scoreless first half, 17 minutes gone by. And the best part is they don't even know that they're doing it when folks get in the way. Sent down the left side. A header played by Sheehan of St. Joe's. Sent down, diving and pushing it aside is Hickey. Into the 18th minute with no score, first half.
All right, let's go. The ball comes out. Take the shot.
They'll set the wall up for the free kick out of that far dark corner. Here's the approach and coming into the daylight. Up it goes. Headers abound. It'll go to the far side and away. Into the stands.
Get your shape. Get your shape.
The other corner's all pretty well lit, but that far corner down to our right is a little bit of a mystery. Still no score. Pinballs around. Sending to the far side. And rolls back right back out. No score as we turn toward the midway point of this first half. That'll head well into the grandstands.
Watch. 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 Get up.
Collected by Julia Bike.
Get up. Good.
Sent back in.
Up.
Settling it down was Lundrigan. Spins it over. It'll be taken by the Cadets in that maroon and gold.
Up. Up. Up.
Back to play it. Go the Tigers with Ava McKinley. She's a junior. No scores. We hit the 20th minute.
Here we go. Here we go.
As Cabral slid down for St. Joe's. They'll line up a free kick there.
Come on! Sacrifice the challenge! Sacrifice!
Jump, challenge!
Here's the approach.
Sacrifice!
And a line drive that bounces around off the free kick by Maddie Fried. Comes all the way back. Here's Slamenko. Slamenko to her left, works it ahead. Right, climbing in. She gets around that, but able to play it was Hickey. We hit the mid-mark of the first half. No score. So back it comes.
That's the ball.
Tidy sends it ahead. Nice ball down the left side. Bouncing down to Fried. Fried on the near side. Fried makes a turn, heads down. Has Michalowski right there on her. Sends it further out. Lundrigan there as well. Down the left side toward the corner. She tries to send across. Harmlessly it goes. and it will bounce all the way to the far side. Hannah Hodges over there for St. Joe's.
Okay! Okay! That's good start! I thought it was a corner. To throw it?
It will be a throw-in, as you heard confirmed. In that corner. A roll out as well. Another throw-in. As things kind of come down, you're dead silent here at Lilly Field. For a moment, you could hear a pin drop, especially with all the action on that far corner down to our left. 22nd minute, no score. Out across the way, St. Joe's will bring it in.
Come on, keep working! At 15, Ava, you're going to go for him.
Ridgefield trying to back their way in. Turning with Faith Arnold. Another quick throw in. A collision, turned around. Lifted right up. As the Tigers, a Tiger down quickly for a moment. That was Klazowski, but she climbs right back up. Still no score.
Here we go. Come on. Come on. Challenge.
Here's the junior, Grace Hickey.
Good, win it.
Bounces around with Klazowski. Across the line it goes to McKinley.
Come on.
On the far side, takes a turn, goes to the right. St. Joe's will settle that down.
Hold front. Hold front.
Work the ball over to Kites. Kites leaves it behind.
Good. Good.
Kites on the near side.
Oh, it's okay. That's okay.
Pointing direction was Ashley Collins for St. Joe's.
Up there.
Collins is there on a near turnover as that ball gets loose and heads over right through that Wilton logo.
Win it. Win it.
Wilton with some of the best colors in the FCAC. I've said that many times. As this will roll just wide. They have that combination of navy white and then a lighter marine blue that they work in that is just beautiful. Long been a fan of the colors here.
Come on, challenge here. Challenge here.
16 remaining first half.
Win it. Good hit. First time. Good.
As this is cleared out.
We did it, we tried to play. We did it, we tried to play.
Klazowski, the senior, there for the Tigers. Kites hanging out nearby. That ball will roll out. Throw in for Reich. Goes down the right side. Scrumming for it near that corner. That will roll out as well. Throw in for Ridgefield from Arnold. Here's the run. Puts it up. Ball stays on the turf and swept right back out. That was Kites. They'll do it again. Toward Arnold in the corner, and she'll watch it roll out again.
For Hannah. For Hannah.
Who has 15?
Caitlin, hit it a little harder.
Another throwing coming up. Or this would be it's a corner kick. Now I can see it a little clearer. Blast it up. That's close. And they blow the whistle.
Energy, energy, Hannah. Come on, energy. Come on.
Hannah Hodges will check out.
Come on, fight! Fight, St. Joe! There it is! Go, second ball!
14-15 remaining first half. Still no score.
Hard, Maddie!
Charlotte Kemp down there, but it's taken away by Fried. Fried that will climb up and over top.
That's fine!
So no further damage there with 14 remaining in the first half.
That's fine! Here we go, here we go! Come on, St. Joe's, win it here! Win it here!
Again, Mikulowski.
Up!
Returned by Lundgren. To the far side it goes. St. Joe's comes away with it with Bike. Everybody pointing, and half the crowd unhappy. Of course, Ridgefield with the shorter commute from here. They're the next town to the north. Trumbull a little farther out to the east. Good battle for it on the sideline. A good battle that's appreciated by the crowd. Now we'll do it all over again. Julia Bike. Her throw in. She got it right back off a header. Takes it again. Nudges it through and turning around. Comes right for the Tigers. Just kind of pushed it through. And St. Joe's able to sweep that away. There's Klazowski. Sends down the right side. There's a foot race there. As Collins, the senior, is in the middle of that. And the flag goes up. 12-14 remaining first half, no score. The winner plays Staples on Thursday. Klazowski was there. Sliding down goes Kincaid. The senior gets right back up. I admire these ladies who have played so hard tonight. I'm cold watching them. That turf can't feel good to slide down on. Here's Kincaid for a throw-in. Plays it right on the sideline. That was good work on that sideline by Kites. Working it through the logo. Taken away by St. Joe's. Twisting is Fried to the left side. She and Mikulowski having a good battle there. It'll be Collins for the throw-in. Coming down to 11 minutes remaining, first half.
Attack it! Attack it!
There's Lundgren. Gets inside, splitting defenders, gets close, lifts it! Oh, just misses the mark. .10:56 to go first half.
That's great. Hey, Mary! Keep going at him! Here we go. Win it in the air! Win it in the air!
Clock continues to tick away. Scoreless first half. As Mikulowski sends it with a header now. And the Tigers with Arnold. Sliding down, that goes right. Stolen away by St. Joe's. Twisting Fried. Fried with a collision and a whistle. McKinley was there.
Come on! Challenge!
So they'll line up for the free kick.
Sacrifice! Sacrifice!
You can hear that key word, sacrifice, sacrifice. Here it comes. That ball stays alive. Turning, goes right down. Chittenden was there. And she windmills it as it bounces almost clear over. That'll roll out. So it'll be Ashley Collins for the throw in.
That's us.
Two Tigers standing near side.
Come on, keep working.
Beg your pardon, they'll do it again.
Good. Watch the fall.
6 games of soccer in cold weather in the past 2 days. Not great for a voice as this will bounce down.
Cross, put that across, man.
And quickly get cleared out by Chittenden. Battle of 23s. And they both slide down. Ouellette and DeCesare. And we play on, no score with 8:40 remaining in the first half. A free kick coming up for St. Joe's. Heads toward the sideline. Controlled over there by St. Joe's. Work it forward. Kitey's in the middle of that.
Attack it! Attack it! They can't stay with you!
On the near side. Twisting and turning. Maddie Fried sends it across. Taken away. Good job to block it by Michalowski. Then it goes down and hits the post! Right at the bottom of the pipe, and a second try goes wide. Right at the base.
Keep working, St. Joe's!
And we stay scoreless with 7:29 remaining in the first half.
Come on, St. Joe's!
So it's Grace Michalowski, the junior. Sends it out toward midfield. Caitlin Slamenko there. Not wearing her usual number 11. Tonight wearing 13. Said she just didn't have the jersey. So they came up with plan B. Mackenzie Dalton's number 13 that she's not using tonight. 6:57 to go in the first half. Swept aside by the Tigers and Charlotte Kemp. Counting down to 6:37, and a throw in by Collins. Collins in with a header by Reich, and it comes right back. Collins again. And the Tigers will clear that right out. Again. We'll do it once more.
Mary, ask for it too. Make a run forward.
This is popped up, goes to Collins with a header. It's left behind, and the Tigers turn it around. Ridgefield and St. Joe's putting on a show. No score, under 6 to play in the first half. Down goes Arnold, and she is down. Play continues, she is still down.
Yes.
As we keep an eye on Faith Arnold, she's up and trying to run it off on this cold night. Staying along, throwing on the net, and the save made by Chittenden. She's had to make a couple of them.
Keep working! Keep working, St. Joe's!
There's Chittenden to get it out of trouble.
Get up on it! Get up on it!
Settling down with Reich. Going ahead, here's Arnold. Arnold moving fine now, looking to her left. With the left foot, sends it down. That's wide, and she's right back down on the turf. As she and DeCesare came together. 5:08 remaining in the first half. So Ian Golding, the head coach of Ridgefield, begins to work his way toward midfield. As these two coaches stand very close to the midfield stripe, arms folded. 4:50 remaining in the first half. To the sideline.
Keep going at him! Keep going at him!
Kemp over there. Coach Golding saw enough of something, turned around and walked away. Wearing the winter cap tonight, he goes a little further down the sideline. 4:27 to go in the half. St. Joe's trying to break through here. Turning around, Ridgefield able to spin around. Another blast coming, and that'll go back behind the net. That went so behind the net, it just about rolled out of the facility at the entrance gate.
Come on, keep working, St. Joe.
4 minutes to go in the half.
Come on. Everything you have.
There's Mikulowski
Everything.
again.
Win it. Go up. Come on.
Sent right back by Kites. Turned around, here's Fried. Maddie Fried turns, fires, and sends it too far toward the corner. 3.5 remaining in a spirited first session. We've learned the name of Grace Mikulowski a lot because she has had a lot of these kicks.
Come on, win the ball in the air.
Left hand up in the approach.
Yes.
The header by Annie Stuck to the right side. That goes. As it stays at no score with 3 to go in the half.
Thank you.
And the whistle will blow with Slomenko on the turf.
Make this one count.
Slomenko comes up. Maddie Fried standing near the ball.
Overhit it. Come on,
Dee
Joe.
Saucier
Number 5.
will stay behind her,
Get there.
as well as Collins, the two defenders. Here is the approach.
Get there.
As that lands right in the arms of Kelly Chittenden. And the junior looks to transition the ball quickly. And again, the whistle will turn it. 2 minutes going in the first half.
Winning the air.
1:47 remaining, no score. On the drive,
Let it go.
and that will go harmlessly
Good job.
well off to the side of the net.
Good job. Come on, St. Joe's. I feel it coming. Come on.
Here it comes. Down to 1:17 remaining first half. Turned around by the Tigers. Slomenko goes to her left for Klozowski. To Arnold. Arnold got taken off the play by Collins defensively. That ball rolls free. Comes over to the near side, just twisting away. Unable to get a corner on it was Reich. 40 seconds to go in the half. It's a corner kick for Caitlin Slomenko. Lifts it up, out in front. That ball bounces wide. They're looking for another call, and I think they've got it. 20 seconds remaining in the half. They've got to move quickly. Clock down to 12. Here it is again. Slomenko drives it up, out in front, and that goes wide again, down to 4. It might be enough to end the half, and it looks like it will be. And the first half comes to an end with Ridgefield and St. Joe's giving us a heck of a show. No score after 40 minutes. We'll see you back here in just a couple for the second half of this FCAC semifinal on Fairfield Live. Getting ready for the second half. No score in this one. A far different scene than what we saw in game one earlier, as the Staples Wreckers knocked off the New Canaan Rams by a score of 6-0. But no score in this nightcap with Ridgefield and St. Joe's. Tomorrow night, more soccer via Fairfield Live. The FCAC boys semifinals from Fairfield Ludlow. I'll join you from there. Ridgefield heading down to our right. St. Joe's already set. That means Grace Hickey down to our left, and Kelly Chittenden will go to the right. Official was starting to linger nearby to break up the huddle, but they broke it up themselves. To the final 40 minutes of this Monday night at Christine Lilly Field at Wilton High School. Ridgefield will start it in the second half as it goes to the far side. Rolled along. St. Joe's just feels like they're close, but Ridgefield's not far off the map either. That is my very uneducated halftime opinion of this game. This match has a good feel to it. Ben and I were checking on it at halftime. If it does come to OT, we confirm we play 2 10-minute halves and then head on to penalty kicks. It's Ridgefield trying to get something going there. A collision as it bounced away and the Cadets come up with it. Still no score as we roll through the first minute of the second half. So go to the sideline. Here's a throw in for St. Joe's. Ridgefield trying to get something going. Faith Arnold keeping an eye on her. She did seem to get scuffed up a bit in the first half, but seemed also to get up and move well. Sometimes that's pure adrenaline. As St. Joe's comes away with it initially, they turn it back. Tigers nearby, but it's the Cadets who come away with it. It was Julia Bike. And that'll roll right out to the near side. It'll stay with the Tigers. Here's the throw in. Carolyn Donovan, senior.
No foul.
Down the near side it goes. Rolling with Slamenko.
Good up. Up. Come on, Hannah.
Over play, it was Hannah Hodges.
Pressure them.
So to go with St. Joe's on the throw in.
No foul, no foul.
On the near side, that'll roll out.
Press, press. Come on.
Throw in again by Julia Bike.
Yep, far as you can.
No score in the 43rd minute of this FCAC semifinal match. Turning around on the near side, Maddie Fried. Fried right on the line. That appeared to roll out, and it did. So to be Bike for the throw-in. Tigers come away with it. Swept aside by Donovan. Popped up and over to play it is McKinley, the junior. Bouncing down toward Julia DeCicere. She is a senior. 3 and change gone, second half, no score. Turnover taken by the Tigers. It's Carolyn Donovan. Sent across by Charlotte Kemp, the freshman. Sent to that far side. Played forward. Tigers come up with it. They turn Slaminko and rolls it right down to Grace Hickey.
Come on here, try to win it.
4 gone, second half, no score.
Here it is. Come on.
Blasted up into the lights. Comes down. There's Mikulowski for the Tigers as it bounces over. Able to stop it is Allison Ouellette, sophomore. So bounce right out of bounds to Hannah Hodges, looking for the quick pass. She gets it in. Maddie Fried sends down to Hodges toward the right corner. She picks it up, scoots it along, rolls right on the line and bounces out.
Here we go. Keep pressing them. Keep pressing.
As we turn toward the back end of minute number 5 of the second half.
We'll watch. Watch. Pitch in here now.
Show where she is, Mike. She's here. She's here. Good.
Mike.
As the kick drives, gets loose and goes back to the Cadets. Tigers initially able to bounce it away, and now they do. There's Hodges. Hodges tangling with Donovan. Fried down the right side. She collects it. That ball was getting dangerously out in front for Kites.
Go work.
34.5 to go in this FCAC semifinal. Here are the Cadets. Settling down. Annie Stook was there. She'll go and collect it. Decent crowd for this match tonight. Both games with decent crowd. Certainly Ridgefield close by, easy for them to get here. Same with New Canaan in the early game, but Staples not far away, and Trumbull a little bit of a drive. A lot of Cadets standing around trying to work it. Now they get it back. Trying to work it to Hodges, and that's a little strong for her. Can she catch it? She does. Works it along the near side. Spins around and gets it toward Maddie Fried. Fried tangled up. They want to call. Not going to have it. Fried, Mikulowski. Mikulowski came away with it. Lifted to the sideline and out. There's a throw-in for Ridgefield. But over to try to break that up was Bike, and she did in the whistle. It'll be Maddie Fried.
Sacrifice! Attack it! Attack it! Come on!
Here she comes.
Good.
Blasts it to the left. And it got deflected aside by Ouellette. Lundgren on the far side for St. Joe's. Working our way through the 8th minute of the second half. No score still. Stolen away.
Win it! Win it!
As Ridgefield has it. They go down the right side. Stopping and working through. That gets blocked. Trying to turn it around. Kites does. But Mikulowski sends it high up. That deep ball out to grab it. Bounces harmlessly into the arms of Grace Hickey.
Come on, keep playing!
Come on, win it! Win it in the air! Win it! Come on, win it!
Hodges with a header.
Get up on it. Good. Yes.
Rolls along to the near side and played by Donovan.
Good. That's us. Good.
That'll bounce out with Ouellette.
Yes. As far as you can. As far as you can. Now be with it. Good.
Long throw in by Bike.
Get up on it. Come on,
Lifted back, bounces down.
Good. There it is.
Turn around and Slamenko sends to her right for Arnold. Arnold blasting it along. Reich is over there for Ridgefield. Sending down and sliding down. Hickey able to control it.
Go. Come on. Keep working, St. Joe. Win it.
As Hickey sends it back. And able to deflect that was Klosowski.
Attack it.
Turning and rolling to Hodges.
Play. Play it.
Hodges using the gold headband,
Attack it.
accentuating the burgundy and gold or the maroon and gold of St. Joe's. This will roll out to the far side.
Lot of space to go.
No score.
Let's
10
win
minutes
here.
gone, second half.
Let's win here. Come on here, Hodges. Work for me. Come on. Keep working. Come on, St. Joe's. Keep working. Win it here.
Here's the approach.
Attack it.
That's taken by St. Joe's. Turning around is Lundgren.
Mary, go at them.
Coming up on 11 minutes gone, second half, no score. As this knifes through. Cadets turn around with Lundgren. They go down the left side. Hodges streaking down to the right. As this flies down and a diving save by Chittenden. Maddie Fried gave it a shot. Chittenden with a terrific save. Arnold for the Tigers. Leaves it for McKinley. Rolling through, this is taken by the Cadets. Settling it down with Bike. And the freshman sends it across. Trying to back her way in is Cabral. She goes to the right side. Nudges forward. Has it go off her back and spins out. Hodges will throw it in. And it'll be Bike to throw it in. It's Fried. Fried streaking across, swept aside though by Klosowski. Rolling all the way down.
Let it go. Shield it.
Will it go out? It sure will.
Don't turn this way, turn the other way. There it is. And play. That's the ball.
As dropping down and the whistle blows. That was Fried. Fried tired. Obviously will catch her breath, playing well. 27 minutes to go. Free kick. Chittenden awaits. Here it comes. This climbs into the night. Just punches up. Close. But no. Still scoreless.
Come on! Challenge!
So now a corner kick for St. Joe's. Here it comes. Nothing doing again.
Two again.
So it'll be fried all over. 14 minutes gone, second half.
First to the ball. Come on. First to the ball.
Driving it through, out to block it, and the Tigers come away with it. Here's Faith Arnold to send to the far side and out. So it's Arnold. Left behind. Streaking across and turning around is Cabral. Lifted, it comes over to McKinley. And Hodges will watch it roll out to the St. Joe's bench. Now the throw in. Played along the near side. Slaminko to Arnold. Turning is Slaminko, tangled up with two cadets, holding her palms up, saying she wanted a call, not going to get it. Lundgren with some really good ball movement down the right side to Hodges. 24.5 to go in this FCAC semifinal. It'll be Sheehan for the cadets. Here she comes. Ball loose, still loose, popped up. Settling down, it's the cadets again. Tigers try to steal it away. Here's Fried. Stepping in, drives it. That goes wide and taken by Chittenden. Looking in transition. Hodges draped all over Arnold. So Ouellette checks back in. This drops down. Ouellette steps aside of Stook. Down it goes. Sent and a diving save. That was a little off the mark, but still a nice play by Hickey. Didn't miss by much. 17 gone, second half. Bouncing down, it's left behind. And it's the cadets with Cabral the junior. Lifted up, Bike left it behind. So, streaking along comes Ouellette. Goes down the left side toward the corner. Hodges, checking the rearview mirror, was Donovan. And it'll roll out. Donovan toward Ouellette.
Oh no! Mike!
That'll go
Get
out.
rid of it! And out!
Sent back.
Yes, come on, here now!
Here's Hodges. Just waits for it. McKinley able to take it away and turning it back.
No shot! No shot!
Spinning down, it goes to the right side. Scoreless with 21:40 to go, second half. On the right side.
Go! Let's go!
Are you going in?
Not yet.
And it goes. Still scoreless. We saw 6 in the first game. We've had none so far. And we are through 59 minutes of play. As Lemenko will play it to the right side. Trying to work her way around Sheehan. Getting tripped up. Here comes Arnold. She'll have the throw in. Swept over to the far side where Arnold's going to reset it there. Sneaking inside, trying to get in there was Ouellette. Ball hits down. Pushed along and sent back. Chasing is Fried. Maddie Fried, left side. Had it left behind and swept away from her. She gets knocked down, and they'll blow the whistle there. On the far side toward the corner.
Keep pressing, keep working.
Take your time, Grace.
Here we go, here we go. Come on, last 20, on game. Keep working, come on. Last 20, on game.
Here's Michalowski. This bounces away. Trying to come away with it was Lemenko. We have 18:49 remaining, second half. Ridgefield and St. Joe's putting on a show. We have no score. As this bounces around, trying to unseal this tie, it's popped back. To the right side it goes for Hodges. Anna Hodges puts on the brakes. And that'll bounce out.
Let's go, Ava. Freehand. Come on, keep working. Keep working. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, it's coming. Keep working.
I believe that's going to be Ava Carnello coming in. There's not a 21 on the roster, and I think she normally wears 15. As it rolls down the right side, that'll roll out. On the throw-in, it goes to Arnold and rolled all the way down to the near side. Reich is down there for the Tigers.
Come on! It can't be that easy!
17:23 to go.
Long throw!
That's my guess right there. As it rolls along on the near side, lifted back. Bouncing around with Cabral. That'll rocket out to the near side. Right into the arms of Jack Noguera.
Good. Come on, get up on her!
Lifted down the left side. Still scoreless. 16:49 to go.
Ref, just because he said something, you call it. Great job.
Hold 18! Hold 18!
Jump! Jump!
Sometimes there's not a lot I need to add to a conversation.
Maddie!
Hinley for Ridgefield. Scoreless. 16-12 remaining.
Coming to the goal. Maddie's coming to the goal.
Here it comes. It's a good ball out in front. And it goes in. Ridgefield breaks the tie. They lead 1-0. We'll get a number and confirm it for sure. In the 64th minute, 1-0. It was an own goal. So they'll give credit to someone, but we don't know who yet. With all the traffic out in front, it was Cadets who put it home and make it 1-0. And a Tiger is a little banged up. So play stops with 16:01 remaining in the second half. It's Carolyn Donovan being helped off the field, actually walking under her own power. Flexed her right leg a little bit.
Let's get it back. Come on. Let's work. Let's get it back.
So Jillian Pastor, a sophomore, will check in.
Lot of time.
Allison, just see the ball out.
Right now we have no answer as to who scored the goal or who they're giving credit to, as to be exact. But that is the difference in the game right now in the 64th minute. As this bounces around and Chittenden able to get it away. So it stays at 1-0. With a turnover, Lundgren down the left side and out.
Kelly! Kelly! Give them time to move up! Come on, keep working! Attack the ball! Attack the ball!
This will come down, pops up and score!
Let's go! Let's go!
So St. Joe's ties it up.
Let's go!
And we're tied at 1.
They're right next to us, right on the sideline. All the way back.
Ladies, let's take it up, let's go! Billy! Get your head in the game!
Don't worry, they've been there the whole time.
Let's go, St. Joe!
So it's 1-1.
St. Joe's. Who scored?
Come on!
Number.
16, Annie Stook on the goal. And this game is tied at 1.
Number 16, Annie Stuck. The score is tied at 1 with less than 15 minutes remaining in regulation.
So with 14:19 to go, it's a 1-1 match. Turning. It's Lundgren. Plays it ahead. That was just all kinds of, again, chaos right out in front of the net. So we play right back at even. 1 up, 13:55 to go. Rolled by the Tigers. There was a little bit of an issue with spectators on the far side, just lingering a little too close to the field. Not a big deal, but enough that the officials wanted to make sure they were out of harm's way. As this bounces loose, there is no fencing, just to be clear, between the stands and the field. Here's Slamenko.
There it is. Good, there it is. Good. Come on, better than
As it's
that.
rolled right back
Keep.
and sent forward. A header by Slamenko sends it down the left side as we come down to the final 13 minutes of regulation.
Hey,
Not you, Cody.
catch your breath, catch your breath.
Wait up. Beth. Thank you. Here we go. You take it, Snooky. No, you get up. You get up.
It's the same one I gave you right there in front of you.
Yeah. Should have been a goal. Either.
Ladies
Overhit
first and
this.
second, let's go.
Overhit this as hard as you can. Up. Come on.
It'll be the goal scorer,
That's okay.
Annie Stook.
Hey, hey.
Turned around by the Tigers. 12:25 to go in regulation. 1-1 the score. A collision over on that far side, and they'll get a whistle. St. Joe's got a call, and it goes the other way. Popped up and bouncing down. It'll go to Bike.
Forward.
Rolling down the left side, sweeping it away, comes Stook. That'll pop out.
You good? Let's go. We expect
Come on, work. What?
Throw in for the Tigers. As we come down to 11.5 remaining, and Ben, get ready for that air horn.
Long throw. Long throw.
Because Hannah Hodges is going to check back
Stay
in.
balanced, Caroline. It's gotta go, Caroline.
Here's the throw in by Arnold.
There we go.
Good. Up. Up.
Bouncing to the near side.
Good.
And that'll come right out to all of us.
Come on. Come on. 10 minutes. Fight. Let's get it over. As far as you can. Fight as far as you can. I don't want this here. I don't want this here. That way. That way. Good.
On the near side.
Good. Good.
Spinning out toward the corner, that'll roll out.
Keep working. Keep working. You always want to turn. Hey, come on. Come on. Let's win it here. Let's win it here. Come on.
Here it comes with 10-12 to play.
Forward.
Back to St. Joe's it goes.
Good.
Bounces down, Hodges. Hodges turns and gets it toward Cabral. To the final 9:50 of regulation.
Get there.
Rolling along, it'll go to the far side.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Good. 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 There it is.
Rolling to the sideline.
Watch, Mike.
Taken by the Tigers.
Help!
Nudged forward. Ridgefield trying to step in a collision. Back to Hannah Hodges it goes. 9 minutes remaining. Worked forward, another collision and a whistle. McKinley colliding with Cabral. Carolyn Donovan ready to come back in, so that's a good sign.
Overhit it as hard as you can.
Here comes Maddie Fried. Lifts it down, twisting it goes left. Down to 8:10 remaining, second half. In this 1-1 tie in the FCAC semifinals. Staples watching somewhere, a turnover. Can Ridgefield get something on it? Not very strong, it's pushed aside by Hickey.
Go work, come on! Stay up, Maddie! Watch the long throw! Come on, St. Joe's! Watch, Caroline! No foul! No foul! Oh, Julia, I told you no corners!
It'll be a corner kick coming up. This will be Slamenko with 7:08 remaining.
Attack the ball!
Here it comes. That gets swept away. Hodges comes away with it. Back defensively is Kemp. Kemp able to nudge it. Hodges goes flying. Rolled down. Twisting back. Taken by McKinley. McKinley goes left. Slamenko. Slamenko sends through. Arnold pushed aside by Hickey. Six and a half remaining. $6:20 to go. Again, a corner kick. Bounces down. And another dive. And there's Hickey. So Hickey with 5:50 remaining.
Here we go, here we go! Come on! 5 minutes, let's win it! Come on, Hannah!
So bounce with a header. Back by Klazowski.
On! Come on, fight!
And that'll roll
Come
out.
on, fight! Fight!
Ridgefield with the ball. 5:26 remaining. Throw in for Arnold. Stepping right out in front. That's close. Sent! And another save by Hickey. Oh, they've got a good one. We all got screened there for a moment, and I kept waiting to see if there was a celebration. There was not. Here it is again. And that gets pushed aside by Bike.
Take it! Good call, referee! Here we go! Come on!
Everybody a little baffled by that call, and a rather sarcastic good call referee by Shaq Noguera. Had us all scratching our heads. Here it comes. Come right back around by the Tigers. 4:25 remaining. This dropping in the bucket for the Ridgefield Tigers with 4:20 to go. Reich was down there for Ridgefield. Now it's Arnold. Arnold tries to duck away. Two cadets there. Sent along and settling it down was Kincaid to the final 4 of regulation.
Out of our half. Can't get out of our half.
That's another throw in. Swept to the far side. That too will go out. .342 to go.
Come on, get up. Go, get up. Handball.
Coming back with Ridgefield. Here's Slamenko. Slamenko to Arnold. Arnold hopping. Arnold blasting. Hit the crossbar. Faith Arnold just missed with 3:12 remaining. Header comes back. Ouellette to the left side. Hodges comes over and joins her. That'll be swept away as well. 2:40 remaining in this FCAC semifinal. Slamenko. Bounces loose. Turning, twisting. Down hard goes Reich. She's getting up. Lifted back with 2:20 remaining. So it's Maddie Fried. St. Joe's has not had the ball in the Ridgefield half for a bit. They've got it down there now with 2:03 remaining. Staples awaits on Thursday. Taken on the side toward the corner. Sent out. That'll make the crowd. 1:45 remaining. Along it comes. Dropping down Arnold. Play continues as Faith Arnold gets up with DeSassir toward the corner and out. .80 seconds remaining in regulation. A throw in. Bounces loose. 2 goals within 2 minutes and nothing for the rest of the night. Saved from going out. We'll start with St. Joe's. Fried. Knocked out. 40 seconds remaining. Bike for the throw-in. Left it back. That was Bike. Again, bodies colliding. It'll go that way. Go to the left with 25 remaining. Feels like overtime is inevitable. Bouncing down, Ouellette almost there to steal it away. Down to 13 to go in regulation. Back to Hodges. Hodges hit hard off of Donovan. Man, I heard that from here in the half. Comes.
That is the end of regulation with the score tied at 1.
80 minutes, not enough. It's going to take some extra. We will start overtime in just a couple of minutes right here from Wilton on Fairfield Live. And so to the first half of overtime. It'll be 2 10-minute halves. If that can't resolve it, line up for the kicks. So we know regardless, we have 20 minutes of soccer left. There is no golden goal. Ridgefield to start it. And into the extra session we go. St. Joe's got the coin toss. Excuse me, Ridgefield got the coin toss. They started with the ball. And St. Joe's elected to defend the side to our right. On the throw-in. Lifted up, it'll go to the far side. Dropping down. And chasing over there is Julia Bike. We have 9:23 remaining in the first half of overtime. St. Joe's was in this predicament last year as they won the East last year. And they did not advance to the FCAC Championship. Ridgefield and New Canaan did. Ball comes loose, out to grab it. Grace Hickey as Kelly Chittenden back down to the left. As that ball sits on the turf, Cabral collided.
Get up, get up, get up, get up! Come on!
Step up, stop! Stop!
Good.
On the far side, there'll be a throw-in. St. Joe's in the maroon, and Ridgefield in the white. Ball comes loose. Setting there, that gets blasted just a little wide by Kites. 7:49 remaining in the first part of overtime, the first half.
Challenge! Step up, Ashley. Step up, Ashley. Right there. Towards the middle. Go, there it is.
The header pushes it to the left side.
Get on. Drop, Caroline.
We're with you on Fairfield Live from Christine Lilly's Field, Wilton, Connecticut, the FCAC semifinals. Staples already won tonight to move on to the championship match on Thursday at Fairfield Ward. Here's Faith Arnold for Ridgefield. Going to the right side. She had Slaminko to her right. Reich blasts it down, and out to play it is Hickey. It was Staples over New Canaan earlier tonight, 6-0. This one far different. We didn't see the first goal of the night until the 64th minute. We're still not entirely sure who scored it. And then Annie Stook tied it up 2 minutes later. And that's where we are with 6.5 remaining in the first half of overtime. On the throw-in. Staying on that sideline for Ridgefield. Over there is McKinley. They turn it back, send it along the sideline. Another throw-in coming. Temperatures drifting down throughout this game. Under 6 to go. First half of OT. Nudged through. And swept away by Ridgefield. Here's Arnold. Arnold sliding away is DeCicere. Just creating enough havoc. Did it twice, and DeCicere got rid of it. So to the far side is Charlotte Kemp. She gets it out of harm's way.
Good.
5:20 remaining. First half of overtime, tied at 1. Lifted down the far side. Slamenko tangled up as she turns around. That'll make the first row of the stands. Here's Carolyn Donovan for a throw-in. Looks like Arnold will do it. Donovan was banged up at one point in the second half, so good to see her back in. Left behind and lifted up. As St. Joe's looks to play it. Again, heading toward the stands, it'll go over there. St. Joe's the 2 seed, Ridgefield the 3 seed. Staples the 1 seed awaits on Thursday. 4:09 remaining in the first half of overtime. A collision for Ridgefield with Kincaid. Grace Mikulowski will start it. Here she comes. Climbing into the night. Lands behind. St. Joe's is there, sweeps it away. And no harm.
How can it be offside? How from a free kick?
Ian Golding wanting to know how it could be offside. Didn't like what he heard from the official. Sent right back by Ridgefield.
Attack it! Attack it! Attack it!
St. Joe's coming along. Chasing Mary Lundrigan down the left side.
Attack it!
Has Natasha Reich on her, heading toward the left corner.
Good!
Popped along. That's squirted away from Kites. And swept aside by St. Joe's. 2:19 remaining, first half of overtime. Rolling down near side whistle. As Klozowski got knocked down. It'll be Mikulowski.
Grace, overhead it.
Great look at her from our camera. She got all into that one, sends it over near side. But as St. Joe's coming away with the ball, 90 seconds remaining in the first half of overtime. Lifted down. That was Ashley, beg your pardon, that was Charlotte Kemp, rather, for Ridgefield. Lifted up, it'll bounce on the sideline and out. You can see some of the exhaustion on these players. Throw in for Ridgefield. Right back out it goes. Right the junior. Was a throw in to Arnold. Jack Madera didn't like it. But regardless, here's Fried down the left side.
That's us. That's us.
That rolls out Certainly clear both teams are giving it their absolute all. Putting on quite a show here as the first half of overtime gets ready to end. It was McKinley for Ridgefield as we're down to 10. Down to 5 with Arnold. Still tied at 1. Dribble down to the left, and the half comes to an end. So still 1-1 after the first half of overtime.
Those are guys we have everyone to please clear the field. Please clear the field. Thank you.
Come on, St. Joe! 10 minutes! Hey! Hey! On the field! Let's win it here!
Second half of overtime beginning. Ben Talbot, Rob Adams on Fairfield Live. We are tied at 1. Ridgefield and St. Joe's. Staples awaits on Thursday. Pushed aside from Hodges to the near side, Fried, and out it goes. Throw in coming. Good scrum on the near side, and out it goes. That lifts out.
Behind you. No ball, no ball. Get up on her! Get up on her!
On the throw-in, played by the cadets. Here's Hodges. Anna Hodges to the near side, drives it along. That sets right up with Maddie Fried. Fried rolls it. Heading along to the near side. Mary Lundrigan, that ball loose out in front. Sliding down, no call, let him play. Down to 8:40 remaining in the second overtime. Bodies flying, now they're going to get a kick. And the sea of iPhone cameras will roll to the right justifiably, because the very balance of the game could be right here. Kelly Chittenden has played really well in net, but she's going up against Maddie Fried. Tied at 1, 8:37 remaining in the second half of overtime for the lead. Fried waits. The approach. Goal! Two-1 on the penalty kick. St. Joe's takes the lead. Ridgefield has 8 minutes and 37 seconds left to answer. And away we go. Lundrigan chasing. Does Ridgefield have a response? Again, bodies colliding as Klozowski went down. Lundrigan as well. 7:55 remaining, 2-1 the score.
Hey! Hey! Who has 3? Home 18! Look, who has 13? Who has 18? Who has 14? Stay there! Stay there!
Here it comes. That was an easy one for Grace Hickey.
Grace, get him up, Grace! Get him up! Get him up!
Maddie! Maddie!
7:15 remaining in overtime.
No! That's...
Turned over and taken by Ridgefield.
Thank you!
The handball will turn it back with 7 to go.
Hannah, you are forward with Heidi. 2 forward. Oh,
Hey, Heidi! You're backing up! Hey!
For Ridgefield, that was Allison Ouellette. As the Tigers try to answer off a penalty kick. And again, bodies just flying around as they'll blow the whistle right out near midfield. Nice to see Klozowski with a pat on the back to Fried. A long free kick for Ridgefield. No damage done. Hickey's got it with 5:44 remaining.
Cabral!
Ridgefield takes it back.
Good up! Up!
Popped up and dropping down. It'll settle down with Ava McKinley. Ball gets loose and goes wide. Reich didn't miss by much with 5:02 remaining.
Wait! Wait!
Remember, girls, spread!
Fight for it! Fight for it!
Back it comes.
Good. Go forward. Good. Good. Get up! Get up! Get up! Good!
I have checked in with a couple of the media members here tonight just through their social media accounts to see who the first goal has been awarded to, because we believe it was an own goal, but we have no further details on it other than that, as this will roll down to Chittenden. 4:15 remaining. Dave Rudin said looks like an own goal, and Tim Murphy the same. So no answers right now, but we do know it's a 2-1 game. Blasted into the body, in this case of McKinley. Popped up with 3:53 remaining. Rolled down and pushed over toward the circle.
Watch, get up on her!
To the
Get
left
up on
side.
her!
Here's Faith Arnold.
Good.
Arnold had it roll right away through her from Fried. Fried down, so is Arnold. Arnold has spent a lot of time on the turf tonight. She has given it her all. I don't know what the coaches think of tonight, and it's not something we'll find out, but I'll tell you this, from my perspective, I've seen a lot of amazing effort. These girls have given it their all. 3 players come together with 3:05 remaining. in this semifinal match in a 2-1 game. It's going to go back in favor of Ridgefield. This time it was Slamenko.
Back it up! Jump! Mary!
Here it comes. Ball drops in, but it's going to bounce harmlessly to Hickey. Only 2:25 remaining in overtime.
Red! Take your time! Stay back!
St. Joe's 2, Ridgefield 1.
Come on, win it here! Win it here!
It's set up 1 versus 2 in the championship game on Thursday at Ward. 2:05 to go.
Red!
Bring it over
Get there!
to Donovan.
Red!
Donovan had it taken away from her. Hannah Hodges for St. Joe's. To Ouellette for Ridgefield. Sent down to Slamenko. She almost turned and went right around the defender. Instead, she'll go to the left side. 1:37 to go. And oh my goodness. How did that turn?
Red!
Come on, St. Joe's! Dig deep! Challenge!
Hey! Challenge here!
Frustration for Ridgefield.
Challenge here!
1:15 to go. That kind of squirted along as a worm burner, but right back out to be played by Donovan.
Again!
1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
As this Monday night gets late, here's Ouellette. Settles it down. Has it taken off the play, rolls it out with 49 seconds remaining. Can Ridgefield get something going? Quick throw in. Arnold, right along, bounces away.
Up! Up!
Hodges turns around, sends it back with a half minute to go. Down to 29. As it'll go to the far side. Down to 17 remaining. St. Joe's fans will count it down. On the throw-in, Ridgefield gave it their all, but it's all over. It'll be St. Joe's and Staples for the FCAC championship.
Final score, the St. Joseph's High School Cadets 2, the Ridgefield High School Tigers 1. Let's have a nice round of applause for both teams for an incredible all-point game.
It took overtime, and the St. Joe's Cadets will go to the FCAC championship game on Thursday night, where they will take on the Staples Wreckers. The Wreckers won earlier tonight, winning 6-0 over the New Canaan Rams, and here in the nightcap, it took overtime for the St. Joe's Cadets to beat the Ridgefield Tigers 2-1. Good luck to both teams, and of course, for the teams that didn't win, they'll move on to the state tournament. That'll do it from here at Christine Lilly Field in Wilton with the final scores: 6-0 Staples over New Canaan in Game 1, and here in the nightcap, in overtime, St. Joe's 2 and Ridgefield 1. You've been watching the 2019 FCAC Girls Soccer Semifinals on Fairfield Live. For Ben Talbot and the gang at Local Live, I'm Rob Adams saying so long, get warm everybody, and good night from Wilton.